These 20 famous rappers all have stories you never knew about. At number 20, Lil Yachty has the worst diet of any rapper ever.
Do you ever eat fruits and vegetables?
I've never ate it, no.
Have you ever had the burgers in the place right now? They're phenomenal.
I've never had a burger in my life. They smell weird. Never had steak. I never had steak in my life.
Are you vegetarian or something?
I never had a vegetable in my life.
Who do you eat?
Pizza every day. I eat like a 7-year-old.
Now, Yachty might be an eater, but at number 19, another rapper was nearly abducted by aliens. When MGK dropped a song called Concert for Aliens, the song was so ass, people wondered what could have possibly inspired him to make it.
Concert for Aliens. What inspired this song? You're a believer in life on other planets?
I saw life that was from another planet 2 nights ago. Came out of nowhere, disappeared again. If I end up getting swooped up by an alien, I will look at them and go, there's one stop we gotta make. You gotta leave the family on the ship.
It's a deal.
Now, I don't know what's crazier, his stories, or the fact that he damn near looks like an alien. But at number 18, Juice WRLD set a world record that people purposely don't want to beat. Tons of celebrities have gone viral shoe shopping with Complex, cause some got so many shoes, it racked up bills of nearly $20,000, $30,000, and almost $40,000.
$38,971.
But when Juice WRLD came to kick it, his shopping spree made history.
I'm gonna get these. Awesome getting bought today, bro. All right, so your total's gonna be $42,000. What if I didn't have a car, bro? Alert.
Juice WRLD came through, blew a bunch of bags. Thanks for taking the time. We're gonna need help with these.
Let's get to it.
Alright, $42,000 on shoes might seem stupid, but not only did it set the record for the most money ever spent on Complex, unfortunately, Juice WRLD passed away right after. So out of respect, other legends purposely avoid trying to break his record.
So I had asked Joe off camera what was the most anyone ever spent, and he said that Juice WRLD did. So first thing first, RIP Juice WRLD. And I don't want to disrespect him and go over it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right under it, and we're gonna be spending, what, 41,000, right?
Yep.
We're gonna spend 41,000. And not only that, all the shoes, we're gonna give it to a local charity out here in Houston, and yeah.
Get it.
But alright, being a record holder is one thing. At number 17, T Grizzly makes millions of dollars just by killing people. This is Grizzly World, aka T's private GTA server. This is where shootings are always going down. Since plenty of clips went viral of T smoking his ops, it damn near got everyone hooked on GTA again.
Mom? Take your shirt off, idiot.
Hold on. Get that off my screen now. But alright, regardless of how people chose to play with T, pause. He didn't just start his own gaming org and shoot people in the game for fun. He does it because it makes him more money than rap.
T Grizzly, he just said that he makes $200,000 a month playing video games.
And now he's just rapping for fun.
I created a Grand Theft Auto server called Grizzly World. So it's like Grand Theft Auto, but everything here is super customizable. You can really be in the streets without having to really be in the streets. So I got a lot of niggas that's really from the trenches that got a PC, not ain't in the streets no more, that ain't making $20,000, $25,000 a month playing this shit. I stream it on Twitch. I get paid from Twitch. I take the Twitch videos that I already streamed, put it on YouTube, get paid from YouTube. Then you got sponsorships, you got ads, you got all this that I get paid from too.
Damn. Gaming making him that type of money is crazy. But at number 16, Lil Baby's been keeping a secret about his skin that's turning him into a billionaire. As you can see, most other famous rappers are completely inked up, but unlike them, Lil Baby ain't getting tats.
You don't have any tattoos at all?
Nope.
So what's the reason why you made sure in the world of tattoos, you don't have any?
That was really my only reason, like, from being younger, like, I don't want no tattoos. I know I'm gonna have something to do when I get older. You feel I don't want people to look at me like I'm a thug. People with tattoos, and to me, you look like a thug.
I always tell the bros I ain't gonna get no tattoos, because one day I'm gonna have to sit in front of these white folks and get me a business. My mindset, I always been on that.
Honestly, that's something I can respect. But making billions of dollars is one thing. At number 15, a rapper nearly turned into an NFL star.
I never wanted to be no rapper or nothing like that.
See, ESTG wasn't always in the studio. He used to be in the field, dominating football. From intercepting passes, to scooping fumbles and running them back, dude was even hit-sticking people all over the field. He was the best linebacker in his state. So that not only earned him a college football scholarship, he was considered an NFL prospect and participated in the NFL Combine. But eventually, the street life changed everything.
Feel me, everybody play some type of sport. They always fuck up when they get to a certain point. I feel like I fought it out for the longest before it kind of overtook me, but it turned into rap. I never wanted to be no rapper or nothing like that.
Now, either way, at least his decision still made him a success. But at number 14, Tusi believed he was actually Spider-Man.
Growing up, I used to think I was Spider-Man. We used to have one of those big TVs with like the box in the back. I jumped off the TV and the iron was plugged up and it fell on my leg. So I've got like a big burn mark on my leg right here.
All right, believing you're Spider-Man is ridiculous. But at number 13, something scary keeps Uzi awake. And things got suspicious one night at 4 a.m. Uzi was out here saying, the reason y'all broke is cause y'all sleep. I sleep 2 hours a day. And Uzi could act like being rich because he doesn't sleep was a good thing. But he's been caught falling asleep in the studio while recording songs.
Uzi, wake your ass up.
Uzi also falls asleep in his closet during live performances. He also may have dropped songs mocking his condition like no sleep and sleeping on the floor. But his sleep deprivation isn't by choice. Doctors diagnosed him with a disorder that forces him to have difficulty sleeping normally. And it may even lead to even worse health issues like obesity, high cholesterol, and diabetes. The insomnia that Uzi suffers with also causes him to be so tired that he's 3 times more likely to get in a car accident. So with him driving around like this, things could get dangerous fast. Crazy, but not as crazy as Kanye.
Be quiet before you get exiled.
Cause at number 12, he legally changed his name to become every person on the planet. Yeah, dude's called himself a lot of other names too, like Pablo, Yeezus, even Louis Vuitton Don. But after he dropped the album Ye, Kanye actually changed his name to that.
Why the album title Ye? I believe Ye is the most commonly used word in the Bible, and in the Bible it means you. So it's I'm you, I'm us, it's us. It went from being Kanye, which we want, to just Ye, just being a reflection of our good, our bad, our confused, everything. That I'm just more of a reflection of who we are.
Yeah, man. But alright, whoever Ye thinks he is ain't like number 11. Cause Mac Miller was so confident he turned into a famous rapper, he purposely failed school.
For SATs, I don't even know why I took them, because I literally just went in there. You know how there's a bunch of bubbles? I just filled in bubbles and drew funny pictures and then handed it and then threw things at people the whole time and tried to mess everyone up. When the score came in, my mom opened the envelope, put out, and I was like, how did I do? She's like, Malcolm, this is so bad, I won't even tell you. And I was like, but mom, I got bars though.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I've definitely taken tests like that, and that's probably why I turned into a dumbass YouTuber. But fuck my story, man. Rappers are what you're here for, and now that we're getting into the top 10, there's even crazier things you have to learn about them. One rapper spent so many billions of dollars, he's got beef with the president. Another rapper secretly lives in a dark place underground, and it turned him from this to this. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. But before we get to those, at number 10, I bet you didn't know that Kendrick Lamar is actually a murderer. And I ain't talking about what he did to Drake. With Kendrick growing up in Compton, one of the deadliest cities in America, violence not only surrounded him his entire life, he witnessed his first murder at just 5 years old. Someone got shotgunned right in front of him. But apparently, he didn't only watch people get killed. Kendrick's rap lyrics like, as a kid, I killed 2 adults, I'm too advanced. And if I told you I killed a at 16, would you believe me?
A lot of people get confused and think it's just talk and it's just rap. No, these are my experiences. When I say gangbang made me kill a blacker than me, this is my life that I'm talking about. Know who I am first, understand where I come from before you make any remarks, because I've been through a lot and I've seen a lot.
Now Kendrick might actually be a killer, but at number 9, J. Cole is the exact opposite. Probably why he dropped out of his rap beef with Kendrick. In all seriousness, J. Cole actually saved an NBA player's life. Caleb Martin was a hooper for Cole's hometown squad, the Charlotte Hornets. So of course they became close friends, because Cole was always repping the squad. But since Caleb wasn't showing how good of a player he could truly be, he was eventually released, and no other teams wanted him. Cole felt like Caleb had potential though, so he tried saving his career.
Away from the Hornets, I'm going with my trainer. We work out there at Cole's gym, so we're there working out, and he seen me come play every day. We're playing pickup with him and some of the other guys that's in the area. He's like, man, what's going on? What's the word? Anybody? I'm like, man, I haven't heard nothing. He was like, man, I'm gonna reach out to a couple contacts. So I'm like, all right, cool. I don't know what that meant. I don't know who he knows, but I'm like, anything will help at this point. I actually got a phone call from J. Cole. Been a friend of mine for years, and he reached out and he was just like, yo, I got a great connection with him. What you think of him? We eventually invited him to the gym. He called me like, he get up here tomorrow. I'm like, man, I'll be wherever I gotta be. I get in and we play pickup, and I end up playing pretty well. From the second he got here, you know, the brass level, he's making that multiple efforts on the defensive end of the floor. His shot, you know, he was able to make shots, open shots in the rhythm, 1-1,000, 2-1,000, wasn't exhausting the dribble. I was like, all right, cool. Maybe it can be something. Let's see where it goes. As soon as I got back to the hotel, I literally sat down, set my bag down, and then I got a call saying that I was gonna get a two-way offer.
Cut the beat. Hold on. First off, I have no idea why anyone would listen to Cole's opinion on hoopers, man. He averaged a point and a rebound per game when he played, and missed wide open dunks. Regardless, what he said actually helped Caleb's career. Because once Caleb began playing for the Heat, he went off.
Miami strong. Martin. Oh my. Martin strong.
Caleb stepped things up to a new level, was honestly a main reason why the Heat made it all the way to the NBA Finals. And all along while he was playing great, Cole was there supporting his boy courtside. Shout out to Cole, man. But at number 8, Quavo bought a deadly pet that nearly put him in prison. Now, obviously Quavo doesn't care about laws.
12, yeah.
So he recently showed the world his new exotic pet.
I just bought a tiger today. Yes, sir.
But flexing a wild tiger didn't only have the comments filled with angry Karens. The laws say that in his state, it's not even legal to have a pet tiger. Being caught violating that could have had him facing a $500,000 fine and 5 years in prison. So from that point on, he was never seen with the tiger again. But not all rapper purchases are a bad thing. At number 7, Rick Ross buys things that nobody else in the world owns.
Ricky Roseway, Tiffany Blue, 1-on-1.
The boss is always buying something new every day. Man says everything. Custom fish tanks, private jets that he hoops at, a chain that matches ugly face. He even has a flamethrower. I don't even know how that's possible, but none of those are his rarest items. Cause after he dropped a bag on a Rolex with a special Tiffany blue face, he matched it with something one of one that he could race.
Perfect timing, Tiffany Blue Rolex, the Tiffany Blue Mansory Rolls Royce. He finally made it. One of one, we all know. You've never seen the Tiffany Blue seat belts. One of one, you dig? Biggest. It's too good to be true.
That thing cost him $1.4 million. But at number 6, Post Malone spent even more millions buying something dumb. See, Post has always been obsessed with a nerdy game, Magic the Gathering. So when one of his fans pulled a card that was the only one of its kind in the world, Post wanted his hands on that piece of cardboard, because it was more rare than the cardboard my neighborhood homeless man's always holding. Just look at that. You read the sign? Subscribe. Anyways, a deal was eventually made when the card holder came to one of Post's shows.
Now I'm reading you spent $2 million on a Magic the Gathering One Ring card. What is this $2 million card you bought?
So it's a very special card. So it was printed in the Lord of the Rings set for Magic the Gathering. It was one card. Supposedly, Wizards of the Coast, please do not print another copy of this card. So it's a one of one, and it was supposed to be like the ring. One ring to rule them all, and then the darkness behind them. It's almost like the Willy Wonka golden ticket. So it's just like you keep opening up candy, and then one guy will just find it. And it's like, oh, and there was a beautiful man from Canada who came to a show and he said, hey, I have the graded card. He wanted to raise some money for charity. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy this $2 million piece of cardboard. I told him, I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life, but it brings me so much happiness that I want to do it.
All right, now, at least he could admit buying that was stupid. I mean, he didn't even know how much he spent. It was actually $2.6 million, but that ain't as expensive as $100 billion. And Soulja Boy's trying to spend that much at number 5 on something that has him beefing with the president.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Sleepy Grandpa's been against TikTok for a while, because kids like me aren't only addicted to scrolling. The app's owned by a Chinese company, so it's feared that they could tap into our phones and steal our info. Biden and Congress recently passed a bill to get TikTok banned, unless someone from the US would buy ownership of the app, and Soulja Boy was pissed about that. He was mad because that's where he makes plenty of money every day.
I made $26,000 today. Hold on, let me see. I made
Hey, $27,000 just today.
So he actually hit up TikTok trying to buy it. But with the app being valued at $100 billion, and there only being a couple people rich enough to buy that, just taking a look at what Soulja Boy's worth, man is capping like usual. But another rapper at number 4 is actually going to outer space.
I'm going to be the first rapper in space.
After DDG was seen as an astronaut, he wasn't just pretending for the music. He really wanted to be the first rapper.
I'm the first rapper on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm the first rapper on Twitch. I'm the first rapper to get signed straight off the internet from high school to a record deal.
What the? Bro, we don't give a Anyways, as I was saying, DDG wanted to be the first rapper to actually leave Earth. That's why his family got emotional when they heard he was actually leaving.
No, I'm going to space. I'm telling you because I might not come back. Okay.
But DDG didn't care how anyone felt. He was determined.
This is something that I always wanted to do. I done did the scariest stuff you can do, really. I done scuba dived, I done been deep in the ocean with sharks, I done skydived, I done jumped out of planes, you know what I mean? But I ain't been to space yet. So this is gonna be crazy.
And to get himself ready for his expedition, he started training to become an astronaut. This man practiced drinking floating water, eating space food.
This is for space.
It's for space.
It's actually good. It's actually really good. I would actually eat that. I would get at like a 7.
He even got trained to float in zero gravity.
So I'm in that, I'm trying to swim in. I can't, ain't no water.
Did you have to train to do that?
Yeah. The train went in the hyperbaric chamber and it feels like you're underwater.
But as dangerous as going to space might be, what DDG's doing ain't as weird as number 3, cause Playboy Carti goes to a secret place underground, here in Paris. Carti's been keeping himself isolated from the world just to make a new kind of music. He admitted he's been recording music in a cave. But honestly, being underground must have done more than just inspired him to sound different. Cause ever since he started performing that ritual, not only has dude been dressing like the devil and sounding crazy as hell,
this not a rockstar face. I'm an emo thug in my face. 0, 0, 0, 0. Tell her to go chase.
He even went on Aiden Ross's stream where he was acting like a weirdo.
It's important that we have, good bonds with the streamers.
But even after that, at least Carti got to keep rapping for a living. At number 2, another rapper forced himself to work a normal job, all because of a deadly snowstorm.
This is not even your average blizzard. We're talking about an intensity in terms of the central pressure that rivals that of a Category 2 hurricane.
The city of New York was right in the center of one of the biggest snowstorms ever. The storm was so bad, it not only got nicknamed the Snowmageddon, it had the entire East Coast under a state of emergency. So 50 Cent decided to help his city out. He tweeted that he was gonna help shovel people's snow, but he also wanted $100 each. And he wasn't kidding. Plenty of pics came out of him shoveling snow, and families claimed they actually paid him hundreds just to see him. I probably only would have paid 50 Cent for that. But in number 1, the most emotional story of any rapper ever is how Snapchat actually saved DJ Khaled's life.
I'm broke, but I was just making enough money to pay the bills.
Nobody expected to hear that out of a rapper who got billions of views. But after Khaled's record deal with his label was up, and he eventually went independent, it became the darkest time of his life.
All this work I put in this game, I said to myself, what the do I have to show for it? What do I have to show for all the work? All my plaques, that's it? So I told my wife, I was like, I'm gonna spend my last dollar to buy this house, because I'm mad at myself. Like, what do I gotta show for? If anything go wrong, at least we got a home, we got a swimming pool, we could barbecue. There's one more request. I wanna have a child. I said, what am I waiting for? Because I'm not happy. I'm just not happy right now. Nobody knows. I always keep my head up, but inside I wasn't happy. And I was frustrated, meaning as in, the game's supposed to respect me more than this. What do I have to show? I want a family. I want to be able to live the dream that goes. I want to have a family, man. I want to have, I want to live life.
But just when Khaled's life seemed like it was crashing down, Snapchat was released. This opened up a new way for him to connect with his fans, so he started posting clips nonstop.
Why you love me? Why you love me?
Leave me the alone, Cal. I'm sleeping.
Why you love me?
Because I know you're doing Snapchat.
Life is like an elevator. Up, down, stay focused. Watch your back. But more importantly, when you get out the shower, dry your back. It's a cold world out there.
The man was going viral unlike any celebrity I'd ever seen. His status instantly went to new heights. Like, he became bigger than ever, all jokes aside. And all because of Snap. His life was changed forever.
I let people in my world, my first time I ever let my fans in my personal life through my Snapchat. I go to the Apple store, I walk in the Apple store like, yo, I need a new phone, and the guy looks at me like he's seen a ghost. I was confused because he's like really excited to see me. So he's like immediately showing me mad love, and now I turn my head and I see like 10,000 people in the store. Fans, the whole mall found out I was in the mall, and the whole store was filled with fans, and they were screaming my name and talking about Major Key and Bless Up and Lion, and I'm like, what the f? You know, I always got love, but this was like on some Beatles.
This is when you start doing Snapchat.
Yeah, that's when I started doing it. So I'm like, I go home and I told my girls, like, yo, people love DJ Khaled, but something going on. Yeah. From that day on, you know, my fans embraced me on another level. The whole world is screaming DJ Khaled.
Damn. Shout out to Khaled for finding an escape. But at least his snaps weren't as crazy as rappers who hate each other. One rap beefineer got a rapper killed. 2 other rappers nearly fought over a Ferrari. There's way more things you didn't know about rappers in this video, so if you already watched till now, it only adds up that you're trying to learn some more, so click it.